quick tour of the place.
All right, hey guys, my name is Zoe. I'm an incoming senior. I'm ASB Vice President and I play the guitar and ukulele. So we're gonna start with the front steps of our school. This is where we have a lot of our traditional events such as Club Rush, where clubs kind of lobby to get you to join them. We also have our candidates forum here during leadership elections. And also during the biggest spirit event of the year, which is our homecoming week, classes will come over here to get counted and also to rally for their class. All right, now we're gonna go inside. Just as a tip, this door, the left-hand door, is always, or is usually the one that is open most of the time. All right, so this is the main atrium area. It is where a lot of our offices are if you ever need help. We also have a stairwell. Since this is a very tall building, this is the main way that you can get from the first floor all the way up to the third floor. We also have a student lounge, which probably won't have beanbags on it once the school year, or once we return back to school. This is a place, if you ever have any downtime during the school day, you can totally feel free to sit there and just hang out. All right, now we're gonna come to the main office. This is a place where you can go if you don't know where to go. Ms. Balderas, who is our lovely secretary, she'll direct you where to go. We also have the teacher mailboxes. If you ever need to drop off a letter, document some kind of thing for the teachers, you can always check them out right here. Our lovely principal, Mr. McNally, this is where his office is, so if you ever need to talk to him, he's right there. And a side note for parents, if you ever need to drop something off for your kid, you'll always want to drop it off here in the main office. That's where they can come to pick it up. Yeah, I think that's it. So we will now move on to the counseling office. This is a place where you can go if you ever need any personal, emotional, academic, or family support. They're really knowledgeable and they can give you a lot of good advice, and they're always here to listen to you, first and foremost. So these are our counselors. They're assigned based off of your last name. So we have Ms. Azelstein, Ms. Burns, Ms. Grogans, Ms. Durrell, and Mrs. Peterson. And they're also super knowledgeable about college, grades, your schedule. They're the ones who organize your schedule and stuff like that. So if you ever need help with that, for example, if you need help changing your schedule, which will be happening all of this week and next week, I believe, you can come to them and just email them for support. Yeah. One more thing, we also have a counseling office secretary. Her name is Ms. Dominguez, and she helps you arrange appointments with them if you haven't emailed them already. All right, and now we're gonna go on to the flex office. This is the office of McGregor High School, which is kind of like a addition of, or it's an extension of Albany High School. So our principal, Mr. McNally, he's also principal of McGregor, and we also have two counselors who are also the counselors for the McGregor students. The flex office is a place where you can come for a lot of academic support. For example, if you need tutoring, there's a flex program that does student tutoring for you. There's also internship opportunities here, and you can also do some independent study. And fun fact, there usually, or there might be, a rabbit in this office if you ever need some rabbit therapy. All right. Now, as we come down the first floor hallway, you're gonna see this leadership board. It's a little outdated right now. This is just last year's leadership team, but we will update it. This is where you can come if you ever need some information on what leadership is discussing at the moment. And also, we have an online version of this, which is the Albany High Leadership Instagram. This is a place where we post all our announcements. There's a lot of good resources on there. We'll have some links to important websites as they come up in the school year. So the Instagram account is called @albany.leadership, so make sure to check it out if you have an Instagram. All right, and so right across from that, we also have the elevator. If you're ever sick or injured and you can't go up the stairs yourself, you can go to the main office to get an elevator key. And yeah, that's the elevator. All right, so one of the last offices here, this is the attendance office. As the name says, if you're ever tardy, kind of overslept or you're ever absent, you can come here to either get a tardy slip or your parent can call in to excuse your absence. Our assistant principals, Ms. Lausheim and Mr. Pratt, they also work here, so if you ever need to see them, you can go in here. There's also a ton of resources that are available. If you ever get injured, you can come here for Band-Aids and ice, or if you feel really sick and you want to go home, you can call your parents from here. Oh yeah, last thing, there's also a lost and found, so if you ever lose anything, come here first to see if you can find it.
Hi y'all, I'm Ryan, and I'm a senior. Fun fact about me is I don't play the piano and I don't play the violin either. Alright, so to the left of the attendance office, we have the book room. So the book room is not the library. The book room has books that are assigned by teachers, so it could be your math textbooks, your history textbooks, or just the books you read in English in general. And in the book room, you can pick up textbooks that you are assigned, or you can, if you lost your textbooks, you can come here and report it, and you can also pay for your books here. The book room is not just about books, however. If you want to start like a club, you have to come here, fill out forms, and talk to Ms. Pope. If you also want to if you want to start a fundraiser for a club, you also gotta come here and sign up. And also if you want to check, the finances of your club, you also just gotta come here. So one very important thing about the book room is that it pretty much only opens in the morning. So if you want to take care of something last minute, you should come here before lunch, because if you come here after lunch, it's very likely that Ms. Pope is not going to be here and this place is going to be closed. Right, so if you keep walking down here, we got lockers, student lockers on the right. You can get a locker for free and it lasts you all 4 years of high school. And usually there are like artworks up here along the two sides, so they're pretty cool. But right now, of course, there's nothing, but yeah. Alright, so now we have the mental health office. So high school can definitely be a very stressful time for a lot of people. So if you have any questions or concerns about your own mental health or about someone else that you know, definitely come here and talk to Shelly, our mental health coordinator. And if it's an emergency, definitely come here, knock on the doors, and if Shelly's not here, one of her multiple interns are going to be here. They're like really nice people to talk to, and it's really normal, right? There's nothing to be ashamed about your mental health conditions or just things you've been struggling with, and they're always here for you. And one cool thing is the couch is really nice in here, and if you want to come by, it's open at the beginning of school, and then also during the entire school day, and then right after school. But if it's during the class time, you should go to the mental health office. You should go to the counseling office first, and then they will redirect you to the mental health office. During distance learning, however, you just can't come here, but you can still reach out to your counselors via email or text if you feel like you have some concerns about your own mental health or someone else that you know. If it's an emergency, remember there's a crisis hotline at 1-800-273-8255, I think. Yeah, so don't feel afraid to reach out to that. So a few steps up, we have the gender-neutral bathrooms. So if you don't feel safe about your identity, this is a good place to go. And also, this is a one-room bathroom. There's only one stall. There's only one toilet, and there's a water fountain over here. And there's a lock. Yeah. Alright, so now we're at the library. Our librarian is Ms. Schroyer. She's not here right now, but there's a bunch of different things you can do in the library. So first things is a library, so you can check out books, you can get book recommendations, you can also, if you don't know where some books are, you can go around and ask the librarian. Another thing is that the library actually has a copy of every textbook that we use at the high school, so if you want to do some work after school and you need your math textbook that you don't carry around with you, this would be the place to borrow one for a little bit and just do work here. And another cool thing about our library is that we have a bunch of computers. So if you want to do work on your computer, or if you don't have a printer at home, there are also printers that you can use. And the most important thing I would say is that the library is not necessarily just a place for people to read books. A lot of people come here and hang out during lunch and stuff like that. And the cool thing is that we actually allow you to eat food in our library. But here's a caveat, it's just you cannot make a mess, right? Don't rub your greasy little fingers on the keyboards and all over the place, or else everyone else is gonna have a problem with you. So during this period, there's this period called advisory, and that's kind of a time for you to catch up with your teachers if you have missing work, or if you have extra, or if you want to do some homework or stuff like that. So a lot of times people want to come to the library for advisory, and to do that, you need this thing called an advisory pass. And so advisories are Wednesdays and Fridays. Well, it could be different now, but if you want an advisory pass, you need to either get here very early in the morning, before 8:05, and ask Ms. Schroyer, or you have to ask the day after school, the day before, after school. Right. Also, library is the place where if you have a lot of technical problems, you can ask the librarians. So if I don't know how to sign into Aries, I don't know how to sign into Google, or stuff like that, the librarians are here to help you. So go ask them. And during distance learning, there's gonna be weekly office hours for technical problems. So if you have more technical problems, definitely go to that. So over here we have the gym and then the back staircase, but we're gonna come back to that later. So now we're going to the second floor.
Kind of cold.
Hi guys, my name is Sofia. I'm also an incoming senior and I'm ASB Secretary Treasurer. And a fun fact about me is that I'm on a swim team. Okay, so we're gonna head down the second floor hallway. This is mostly for classes that are humanities or social sciences. So that's classes like AHS, English, history, languages farther down the hall. This is where the elevator comes up from the first floor. As you know, you can take that if you have permission and a key. And then as we're walking down, you see these bulletin boards on the side of the hallway. Clubs will often put up stuff here about their meeting times, what they're doing in their meetings, upcoming events, stuff like that. And there are more lockers on this side. You'll get assigned one once we return to school. Here are some trash cans. And then the bathrooms are here, women's is right there, and men's is over here. And we have water fountains in the middle over here. And then if you go down this hallway, on the right there will be a door and that takes you to the gym. That's a cool connection. Okay, we're gonna head back down this hallway to the third floor. Okay, as we go up to the third floor, just a reminder that these stairs get really, really crowded with all the people trying to go up and down. So you should always stay to the right and keep moving. You don't want to be stopping to look at your phone or chat with your friends. You just want to keep it going smoothly. Okay.
Alright, I'm Ryan if you forgot about me. So by the time you walk up to the third floor, your legs are probably going to be dead. So this is the first room you see, it's the physics room. You're not going to be taking physics this year, but if you hear like a super loud bowling ball noise dropping down, that's probably where it's at. This is our brand new trophy case that contains all of our male sports trophies. It's very full. Alright, so this is the chemistry room. You're not taking chemistry either, but this is pretty hidden, and it's also where a lot of the big science clubs meet, like Science Bowl, Science Olympiad, and stuff like that. Alright, so this is probably one of the most important rooms for freshmen, because this is one of the 2 biology rooms that we have. Everyone is required to take biology, so your class is probably going to be either in here or somewhere back there. Yeah. Alright, so we got more lockers. They're pretty empty right now, but alright, there's another chemistry room, no one cares. This is like a sneaky place. This is where like all the chemicals are, so like dangerous or something. Some of you might have a class here, but I'm not sure. This is also the life science room. Alright, so now we're at the cooler part. This is the photography room. If you didn't know, our school offers photography, and these are the works by the past students. It makes this floor a little more interesting than it is, and there's like a bunch of like iMacs in there. This is also sometimes a computer science room, so you might have a class here if you're taking computer science. This is the second biology room, I would say. This is where also half of you probably are going to have your biology class, and more photography. Do you want to go in?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, so we got chairs, we got desks, but they're not, fully working, functional. There's like a lot of different books around here, but like basically a lot of cool demos and little things that like are around the wall with different posters and stuff.
Do you want to say hi?
Hi, my name's Miss Ward. Is this for incoming freshmen?
Yep.
Yes. We're making a little tour video.
Yeah.
If you have me for biology, get excited. I'm getting ready for the school year.
Yeah, and this classroom doesn't have like lab tables, but the physics and chemistry rooms do.
You're fine.
All right. Okay. So this room, you're not gonna have a class here, but so the math department actually offers after-school math hours. So if you are in any way, if you think you need help with math or like do some classwork or homework, come here. There are gonna be teachers and students helping you. Pretty chill place. No one's gonna judge you. All right. All right. So now we're at the bathrooms. These are the 3rd floor bathrooms, and there's a little water fountain there. And so now we've gone to the most confusing part of the building, the math department. So you would think math people are good at numbers, but just be wary that these room numbers are going to be really confusing. So just as a reference, we were at 310 right here, and then it suddenly jumps to 312, and then 314, not 313. So if you have a class at 313, it's not around here. So if you keep walking, there are 2 more gender bathrooms, but they're for teachers only, I'm pretty sure. All right, so now we're back at 311. This is where a lot of the freshman math classes are. Like they're taught by Mr. Rasband, and if you're taking Math 1 too, you just gotta, put some work in it. All right, so now we have 313. So we went from 311 to 313. 317 is right here, and then 315 and 316. So this place is pretty confusing, but as you explore around or just been here longer, you will just know where the numbers are. Right, so that's about it. On the 3rd floor is just where all the science and math classes are. And now we're gonna go down in the back staircase to the gym. So now we're at the gym lobby.
Sophia, I'm back again. So this is at the end of the first floor hallway, and this is the gym lobby. So in here we have water fountain and a really nice place to fill up your water bottle, very convenient. Some more bathrooms. This is the venture store. There's sometimes things sold here. Just look out for announcements about that. There's a vending machine here. And now we're gonna head into the gym. Okay, here we are in the gym. This is where PE happens every day. All freshmen have to take PE, so you'll be doing a lot of activities in here, like warm-ups and more. And then some bigger events like homecoming happen for the rest of the school. So these times when the bleachers come all the way out, and then everybody's lined up in the stands cheering for their teams. Some other events that happen here are graduation and March Madness, all really, really fun things. Okay, now we're gonna head through this hallway into the athletics hallway. So here is our athletic trainer's office. There's a lot of equipment in there, but her name is Kelly, and she's really, really helpful if you ever have an injury from playing a sport or something happens in PE. She can help you out, give you ice, things like that. And as we get out of this hallway, there are a bunch of pictures of all of our sports teams. Nice to look at. And this is where the locker rooms are. So over here we have the girls' locker room, and over here is the boys' locker room. This is where you'll be changing to dress out for PE every day. There's lots of lockers in there and everything. And then in here is the athletic director's office. They're really helpful if you have any issues with sports, you need just help with the form, stuff like that. Okay, now we're gonna head out. So here's an elevator to go up to the second floor, but we're gonna take the stairs, and this leads to the upper level of the gym. Okay, so here's the upper level of the gym. You can see down to where we just were, and there's some bikes, some stationary bikes, and this in here is the weight room. So there's lots of equipment in here. This is often open at lunch if you want to work out, and a lot of sports teams use it in and out of season. This is also another entrance, and there's a water fountain here, and then this is where the wrestling team practices in the wrestling room. Okay, I'm going to go through this doorway, and this connects back to the second floor where we were before. A cool little shortcut.
Woohoo!
And now we're back in the gym lobby. Hi guys, I'm Chloe. I'm an incoming senior, and my fun fact is that I play golf. So we're gonna head out these doors and go into the courtyard area. And these doors are really heavy, so just keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay, so here's the courtyard-ish area. There are some lunch tables that people like to eat at during break or even lunch. Here are also bike racks that are useful if you plan on biking to school. And on the left is our new Ocean View installment. You really don't see the elementary schoolers around here. They have different schedules, different drop-off zones and times. So, I don't know, last semester I rarely saw them. Yeah, usually, I mean, this is a pretty useful passageway. But usually we don't really go in there. That's the elementary schoolers area. Yeah. During lunch, this is a really, really nice area to sit with your friends and maybe eat. There's some benches, some plants that are new, and trash cans. So you can always just chill with your friends here. And here are the portables. I'm pretty sure some of them are used for Ocean View administration, but a couple of them are used for classrooms. It's really nice here. You get to always hear the swimming pool.
Start with an M.
What?
They start with an M.
Oh yeah, all of the portables start with an M, so if you see an M1 or M2, it's one of these classrooms. We're kind of back at the front entrance, and you'll see here that we have a ramp, so if you ever you can't go up the stairs, then you can just go up through here. Alright, here's the art building. You guys are all going to have a class in here at some point because the fine arts are actually part of your requirement to graduate, so that includes music, art class, culinary class. Said it right? Alright, so the biggest thing in here is the little theater. It's right here. It has beautiful artwork around it. And you're going to be coming into the little theater for musical performances, the dance shows, which are really big, the counselor presentations for your class about course selection and such. And yeah, here are the seats. There's usually no eating or drinking in here, so don't, or if you do, just be discreet about it. And then coming out, here are the little theater bathrooms. They are reserved for performances only, so they're usually locked during school hours. Don't be fooled. Just, yeah, use the other ones over there that we'll go to soon. And over here is the hydro station / water fountains. These are also super handy, but if it's flashing red, right there, where it says when flashing red, it's broken, so don't be fooled again. And then over here is a nice vending machine. There's snacks, drinks, bars if you're into that, I suppose. They usually don't work with quarters, I don't know why, but just use dollar bills, it's way more efficient. Alright, here's room 18. It's just an extra class, and the lights are off, so it's gonna be a little serious. I guess it's the ambiance, I don't know. Okay, here's the band room / orchestra room. This is where Mr. Bryant teaches, and he's a super cool teacher. You'll usually hear band music playing when you walk anywhere near the art building, which is kind of nice. Here is the choir room. If you guys took choir in middle school, you'll already know this room. Miss Sofia is the teacher. She's a super cool woman and teacher, I guess. No, I'm not. Okay, not I guess. She's a cool teacher. But yeah, I'm personally a choir student, so I have a very dear place in my heart. This is another entrance into the little theater. You can use it sometimes, but during regular performances, you should just use the main one. Oh, these are all gender restrooms. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, usually teachers use these, which is a pretty big use of them. But if you ever want to use these, I'm pretty sure you can just ask a teacher because they are locked. So yeah, and there's a water fountain. Okay, here's an elevator because this is a 2-story building. So yeah, that requires an elevator key as well. This is kind of like an atrium area of the art building. There are entrances from both the key route side and on the swimming pool side that you can go into, but sometimes they're locked. So just knock on the door. Hopefully there's gonna be someone walking by. And usually here, there's a piano. You'll hear students playing, which is really nice. Okay, we've come to the cafeteria area. First are the bathrooms that you'll see. You will notice that there are no doors on these, and your privacy is safe because there's a wall blocking it. However, we had some incidents last year, so the doors are just off for now. Don't worry, no one can see anything. All right, welcome to the cafeteria. It's pretty empty right now because school hasn't started, but there are usually cafeteria tables here where you can eat if you want. You can also go off campus for lunch, which is super nice. So yeah, you'll see students sitting here. So you can come to the cafeteria during break or during lunch. During break, there's a lot of good food. There's pizza, bagels, muffins, but those are reserved for seniors, so the freshmen actually have to make a line right there, and that's totally fake. Anyone can get it. It's first come, first serve, but yeah, I don't know. They're really good. You should come in the first 5 minutes because they will sell out. It's pretty bleak right now. This is the dance floor. Miss Baker's the teacher here. She's amazing, and the dance shows are super cool. All the cafeteria tables are blocking it right now, but there's usually a wall here. You'll see the dance teams or even Albany hip hop crew practicing sometimes. So if you're not in dance, don't come on the floors because Miss Baker will get mad at you, and you don't want that to happen. Another thing about the cafeteria is that during quarantine, if you ever need free food for your family, you can always come here, I think every day from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you bring a grocery bag or something, they'll just provide you with free food. So that's just something good to know. And then this is the utensil condiment table. There's usually hot water, there's a microwave, napkins, condiments, everything that you will need to eat. So that's also very helpful. Okay, and now we're gonna leave the cafeteria. We can use these stairs to go upstairs. Cool. And yeah, you can admire the art on the walls. I'm pretty sure the art classes do that. They change every once in a while, which is also a fun project. All right, I believe this is the culinary room. We have a really cool program here. You can bake and cook a lot of stuff. So a lot of students take that to fill their fine art requirement. And the classrooms here I think are all art classes, I believe. I've never personally taken one, but I know they do a lot of cool art projects that are always plastered on the walls of the school. So yeah. This is a cool lookout spot. You're always welcome to come here before class starts or even during lunch. Just hang out here. All right, and we're down the front steps that we saw earlier. So I guess that finishes up the art building. Thanks for watching this tour of Albany High. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions, you can ask the leadership students on the Zoom call right now. So, all right, that concludes it. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Perfect. That's a wrap, baby. Woo!